Hello, car lovers. So this is the year-end review, and I'm going to talk about first the 5 best cars that I tested during the year in 2018. My first one was the Mazda 6 Signature. I thought that was the best car in the category, the new best. In all equipped version, in the less equipped versions, I'm not sure they're number one because of their weird packaging. Notably, their GSL lacks the high-end sound system, whereas some of its competitors have its standards, such as I believe the Accord. So I would definitely go for the Accord on that one. But however, in all equipped version, it's the best. The Toyota Corolla, surprise, surprise. You may be saying, Christopher, why do you like the Toyota Corolla? Well, it's the car I recommend to the people who are not passionate about cars, which is about 95% of us. This car will last you 15, 20 years if you take good care of it. If you decide to sell before, it will sell easy. And it's comfortable. It has a easy to drive. It doesn't cost you anything. It's bulletproof reliability. The CVT transmissions of Toyota are unkillable. So great car. The other car that I drove was the Audi RS3. That was an excellent car. I thought it had an incredible sound. It almost sounded like a V10 when you winded it. Great power, comfortable, great looking too. It was in black too. It had like this mini transporter look. I think it was way ahead of BMW M2 and Mercedes CLA. So just a better car. Also the BMW X2. That one there, I put it in the list because I just find it so beautiful. Even though I'm not a crossover guy, the height was perfect. The looks were amazing again, and I thought the interior was fine, very roomy. Something about BMW, they're very good at interior space management. So you have quite a bit of room in there, and you have the BMW quality. I mean, if I had to buy a crossover, it would be that one. The last one is the Volkswagen Jetta 2019 that I drove. One of the first ones to get that on YouTube, actually. I thought it was an excellent car. It has great looks, it has good fuel economy, and it has also lots of space. And so when you have all those things, it's pretty good. It didn't have an independent rear suspension. I found out recently that it was not, because there was a rumor running around the internet that it was to save space, to have a bigger trunk. However, I saw on another YouTube video that the space is there. They just decided not to put an independent rear suspension. I suspected as much. They're less expensive. So just a look at the stats if we want. Last year at this time I had 2,800 subscribers. Now I have 4,300. That's pretty nice. It's an increase of 35%. And I really started doing cars in late 2014, doing some every week, let's say beginning 2015. So it's been 4 years. So over a third of the subscribers have been in the last 4 years. I had some before from my YouTube channel that was more detailing, but however, let's just put the numbers like that. It's a satisfactory performance, I'd say. A few stats on my channel. The top geography that means the place where the videos are viewed from is from the US, number one, and number two is Canada, and those two together account for well over 50%. And then it's the rest. So that's pretty good. The viewership is 15% female, 85% male. The average listen time is about 3 minutes, depending on the video, 3.5 minutes. The two top age segments is number one is 25 to 34 years old, and number two, 35 to 44 years old. I am 43 years old. Format upgrades. During the year, I did a lot of format upgrades, including going to 4K, following a trip that I wanted to record the landscape in 4K. So I bought a 4K camera, despite a few weeks before that saying on my channel that I didn't need to upgrade to 4K. Well, I do need to upgrade to 4K. It's really much nicer in 4K. The details are nicer, and even generally 4K cameras tend to be a better quality than non-4K cameras, just in terms of the colors. We talk a lot about Canon's color science. Well, let me tell you, this little Panasonic has very nice colors. So that is that. I'm also upgrading. Actually, I ordered it not long ago on Amazon. A GoPro 7 Silver to get true 4K. Right now I'm filming with a GoPro 4 and I'm filming in 1440. It looks better than it used to, but still I just want 4K, and also the new sensor. I'm due for a new sensor. So those are the two things. Over the course of 2019, what am I going to do to improve? Basically, I'm going to try to get maybe a more sophisticated slider that does a parallax effect when sliding, just to give a more in-depth shot. I might even get like a small motorized one if prices come down or whatever, and they're always coming down. They're always coming out with better stuff. Apart from that, not much I'm going to change on that level, at least for the foreseeable future. The format is still the same: a researched first 3 minutes voiceover and a non-research seat of your pants drive for the next 3-4 minutes. I always try to keep my videos at least under 10 minutes, but I'd like it under 6 because that's the kind of channel I like to listen to. That's the kind of thing I like doing. I'm not the guy who goes, I can do the weeds, like, go into the weeds and go very technical. And I do that somewhat in the research, except I try to highlight the main points, and the things that I find less relevant, I leave out because I just don't think it's pertinent. That's it. So what else is awesome here? So if I had to improve anything, it would be the drive, because I only get a few hours with the cars. Sometimes I would like to go do reshoots. Also, sometimes I'm filming in less than perfect conditions, especially when the sun is out. It's a very harsh light. It's not a very good filming experience. Sometimes I'm filming in full weather, but I figure the viewer understands I'm from Canada. The weather sucks. The weather sucks. An advantage of the 4K recording is now you can watch it on your TV. You can stream it on your TV, or if you have like a 4K monitor, and you can listen to it full screen. It really is a much better viewing experience. A friend of mine had suggested that to me also, so I got the 4K. So that's there to stay. In the English, since they're shorter videos, I edit with an output with a medium quality. With the French videos, I output a low quality 4K because it's too long. It's just, at one point in time, it just takes too much time. I make my videos in English and French. If you don't like listening to the French, just skip it. However, sometimes I wonder if it doesn't put off the English viewers to see those French videos appear in their feed. I'm still thinking about that. Also, by doing videos in French, they don't generate a lot of views generally. But I'm kind of like, it's kind of like the French section of Canada, this province, and I just like making output for them, even though I find it much more difficult doing videos in French. I mean, French is not my language of schooling, and it doesn't come naturally to me to do formal presentations. So, I mean, I'm even actually, just as a fun fact from my background, in case this kind of useless information interests you, I'm a historian by training. I specialize in U.S. history. But I also have like math and a little bit of math and a little bit of accounting, which allowed me to get work over the years. That history degree doesn't really allow you to get much work. And that's who I am. So yeah, I find speaking French much more difficult, and it's more time consuming for me. And I'm wondering about those French videos, and it's not generating a lot of views. And as a result, I spend less time making a more polished product. So instead of spending 10 hours on the English video making something amazing, I make something very good in English and somewhat good in French. I'm trying to figure out if that's still the right formula going forward. For the moment, I'm still doing it. A lot of francophones I know enjoy those French videos. I tried reaching out to manufacturers in January of 2018 to see if I could have access to their press fleet. Of course, no one replied. It's a small YouTube channel. And besides that, I have Ross, who always gives me cars. So even though like I can't get the production value I want from having a car all week, right? You can film on the day you want. You can go do reshoots. You can have a much more thoughtful opinion of the car. Whatever. That's what it is. That's what it is. So also I'm accepting now questions on my channel. So if you were wondering about buying a car, you can send me an email. The email is in the About page on my YouTube channel, and I will try to answer it within 1 or 2 weeks on the show. Like when I'm making a video, we'll take a time and I'll answer the question. Even though it's not the car I'm talking about, I'll take like a minute to answer the question, try to get Ross's input also. I think it's cool. It's participative, you know. So what YouTube channels do I listen to? Once again, I'm 43 years old. I'm not 23 years old anymore. So as much as I love Chris Harris, and as much as I think he's very intelligent, very knowledgeable, I just can't take 5 minutes of watching a guy doing fishtails on a track. I've had it. I just can't take it anymore. I look at, for example, let's go through the list here. I will look at Doug DeMuro. I think his videos are awesome. I think he's funny, and I really like that that plain spoken way about him. I think that the lack of formality makes it just more interesting for me. Driven Car Reviews is probably has to be one of my top 3 car reviewers. I like his style. I think he's so on point. He's just very good. He's just very good. He's an American producer. I think he comes out of Seattle. Who else is there? Engineering Explained, I find, is very good for technical things. Really well explained. He's very good, and I like his show. I really like his show. Who else do I listen to? I listen to Marek Drives. He's a Polish YouTuber, and he does a lot of cars, though that we do have similar cars in Europe and North America sometimes, especially with the German cars. And it's interesting to get his point of view. I like it, and he's funny, and he's got this he's got a great style. I like his style. Matt Moran, I listen to him. I like his passion. He's very complete, and I just enjoy his videos. I think he's very good. Motormouth Canada, or just Motormouth, but it's a Canadian YouTube, probably the best YouTube channel from Canada, according to me at least. I think the guy's name is Zach. I'm not sure if is it Zach. I'm not sure, but he's very good. He's probably our best, and he's just very good. In fact, just to tell you how good he is, I remember when he reviewed the Acura TLX, and he was saying it was not quite as tank-like as the Acura TL. And I had the TL, and I bought the Acura TLX, and he's right. Over the long term, I have noticed it isn't quite as solid as the TL. So I don't know how he picked that up in just like a few days trying it. So that shows you how high level he is and how experienced he is. So I think even if you're American, or even if you're not Canadian, I think Motormouth it's the best. What else do I watch here? For those of you, for French viewers, I watched Les Petites Observations Automobile. It's a French show. It's pretty good. Locally here in Quebec, in English, there is PRN Test Drive, which I think is a pretty good reviewer. He does pretty detailed reviews. I'm not somebody who produces detailed reviews, but I do enjoy a good detailed review once in a while. He does very good ones. Redline Reviews, obviously, he's another very detailed reviewer. There's a lot of detailed reviewers. Savage Geese is another very detailed reviewer, very technical even. I really like Turbowski in that show. I think that's his name, Turbowski or something like that. He's really funny. I mean, I just love the humor. I love the humor. Scotty Kilmer is for me the reference. In fact, let me give it to you this way. If Scotty Kilmer says one thing and Engineered Explained says another thing, I'm going with Scotty Kilmer, because not only does he have the education, but he actually works on these cars. He's seen it all. And those guys usually give priceless information. And I think they're the best. So Scotty Kilmer, my go-to guy. I almost listen to all his videos. I think you should too. He's very charming, down to earth. He's got this nice informal style, yet it's very serious. It's funny. I just like those guys. I like Texans too. I like those southern guys. Test Drive Now featuring, is it Steve Hammes? Very good. I think he's very good. Nice, short, concise reviews. I like those types of reviews. Sometimes I don't want to know everything about a car. So he does good reviews. Also, he does it in 4K, by the way. Test Driven TV, once in a while, less now it seems. The Driver's Seat, I'm listening less and less, but I still enjoy his videos when he comes out with them. Another raw, he's very raw in terms of his opinion. Those are the people I tend to gravitate towards, because I just don't like bullshit. I'm not a bullshitter, and I don't like piling on. I just want the straight facts. Just give me the facts, and I'll make up my own opinion. And or if you're going to give me your opinion, at least it's backed by facts. He does that. So that's about it. So I hope you enjoy 2019. I'm forecast making more videos. Tell your friends about it. Share on social media my videos. It helps it grow. And that's about it.